as an immigrant, when we came here, we lived like shit, straight up. We did not have good accommodations. You're looking at their situation as you, Canadian, you live well, life is good. And
White
you're
privilege.
like, well, how can they live like that? I came from a completely different life.
Yeah.
So for me, being in a room with 15 people is actually not bad because I'm safe. I don't have to be outside. Nobody's going to come kill me. And I can go and work my ass off. Nobody's going to stop me from working. So for me, my situation is good.
So what about the 15 students living in a house on the floor, maybe on a mattress, paying $500 that came here to go to school, to live the Canadian dream? What do we tell those guys about the next 5 years of their lives?
Get a job.
Get a job so that you can
Yes.
go to school, have a job, and pay how much money on, like, after you've paid for your tuition?
As much
Okay.
money as you can
That's
afford,
fucked.
so that you accept things the way that they are and
I
do the
don't-
best you can.
I don't disagree with
society's
that.
always been like this. It's always been the strongest will survive. It's like, you know,
Mhm.
we're always competing against this. I get it.
I gotta stop
There is a
feeling
space.
bad for
There is a
everyone.
space for social housing. There is a space for social support. I believe there are people who are underprivileged, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
everybody has to be able to fight for what's theirs, and people need to be willing to work hard. And this is a capitalist society. If you want to
This is
be
how we fight, though.
able to be able to, you know, survive in Toronto and live in Toronto, you need to do what it takes to be able
Gotta
to
be a
survive in Toronto.
killer,
And
man.
if
You
you're
gotta
like,
be
I
a
don't want to do
killer.
this, I don't want to go, then you go
Yeah.
somewhere else and you move somewhere else. If you're like, I'm too lazy and I don't
Yeah.
want to have any stress in my life, then your
Yeah.
lifestyle will be less than what others are. I
don't
mean,
want to have stress anymore.
But
I'm
there,
just-
I
I'm
think
just giving
you're
people
looking at it
the reality.
from
But I'm a killer, TK.
You're out there killing it. I know.
I'm killing it, but I'm tired, man. I'm getting
Yeah.
old.
I think you're looking at
The
it from
grind.
a very, it's not the right way to look at the student situation. So what I'm going to
Oh.
say is, again, as an immigrant, when we came here, we lived like shit, straight up. We did not have good accommodations. You're looking at their situation as you, Canadian, you live well, life is good. And
White
you're like, well,
privilege.
how can they live like that? I came from a completely different life.
Yeah.
So for me, being in a room with 15 people is actually not bad because I'm safe. I don't have to be outside. Nobody's going to come kill me. And I can go and work my ass off. Nobody's going to stop me from working. So for me, my situation is good. I don't know why you're feeling sorry for me, because here I am, happy as shit. I don't care how bad it looks to you. I'm
Sure.
happy. I have my safety. I have a roof over my head. Nobody's going to come after me. Those are serious concerns I had before coming here.
No, but these kids are complaining. It's not. I'm not
Okay,
making this
well, if
shit
they're
up. They're in the
complaining, then they can
news.
go
Like
back.
they're
But
going.
look,
They're pleading for
they can
help.
go
Like
back.
this is
They
crazy.
can
Well,
go
I know what
back.
we'll do is we'll
They can
ban
go
foreign
back.
students.
They can go
They can
back.
go back. But listen, if they don't like
Get
it, like,
a
you can go back,
job,
right?
and they can go back. I
love
love
that.
it. And
I
listen,
love
I don't disagree. Actually, I think you're both right. Like, get a fucking job and make it work 100%. But the reality is, of all the people that come in, most are not built this way, right? And the ones that are built this way need the other ones in like a symbiotic relationship that works for everyone, right? And so when you start broadening that gap like we are now, it's not fun. And people, listen, maybe you came here knowing it was going to be a struggle for a while, and I don't know what your struggle looked like, but I don't think you were lying on a mattress on the floor in a moldy room looking over at some other guy.
I was. It was actually worse. It was worse.
Was it worse? Tell me.
It
Let's
was
talk
worse.
about it.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
this is
talk
great.
about it. I don't think it's
Why?
relevant. But, and again,
Not
I don't
relevant.
take pride. No. Look, I'm
That's
telling
so
you, I've had,
relevant.
when we came, life wasn't peachy. And
As
but this is why
privileged people
now,
need to understand what it feels like.
and it's also, I don't want to make it to be a comparison who had it harder. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, ask any immigrant, first generation immigrant that came, nobody had it easy. I don't know a single person that had it easy. Everybody had their own struggle, and the
No.
ones coming now, they have their own set of struggles. And arguably, it's probably a lot harder than it was in the 90s, even now. So I empathize with them, but there's no silver bullet here, man. It's either you make it or you don't, and that's it.
Right.
And that's the end of the story. There's no hand holding.
But it's
Love
funny
it.
though how they all of a sudden now are like, well, we're going to shut off the taps because it's the foreign students that are causing these problems. And the government just isn't willing to be able to take any responsibility whatsoever, right?
So
And now it's just, the
crazy.
gun is always just pointed at people who are not Canadians because they're not voting, obviously.
The way these guys stand up there.
There's so many changes that need to happen. And the poor students, I mean, geez, like
Crazy.
I imagine there's some pretty decent students. So as you're talking about a different situation where, you're coming from hardship and then you come here, and then the situation to you, your perspective, which I love, is I'm safe and
Grateful.
I
I'm
want to hear about
opportunity
it.
grateful.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sure.
These students may be coming from actually a reasonably middle class life where they're at. And they were just
Coming
like,
to go
I'm
to
going to go and
school.
study
Yeah.
and get,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
live
to
in this
study
great
abroad.
country in Canada, right? Yeah, and they have
So
great English
excited.
educations and all that kind of stuff back home, right? Probably
Yeah.
like a lot of Indians and things like that. It's very common. And so then when they come here and they're just like, what?
What the
Like
fuck
I've
is this all about?
budgeted my currency is 4 to 5 to 1 or something like that. I budgeted a certain amount of money. I think it's way more 4 to 5 to 1, but whatever it is, the amount of money that I have budgeted is like not enough to be able to support me here. And now I've got to go and rent a room with however many different people. And obviously the conditions get worse and worse as
Time
the money
goes
gets
on.
lower and lower, right? So I feel for those guys, but at the end of the day, like you're here to get an education. You got to find the best
Figure it out, boys.
accommodations you can. Look, there's cash jobs out there.
I agree.
There's
Listen,
cash jobs out there. There's somebody right now working a cash job, dying to be able to, go to school and all that kind of stuff, to feed their family, to bring their mother over from another country. Like they're just working their tails off right now to be
Sure.
able to make this work. And so I don't believe that it's impossible. I do believe that everybody's got an opportunity to be able to make their lives better. Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.